What if the eyes in the skies could help save lives, track suspects, and protect deputies on the ground? Today, we're talking about drones and how they're changing the face of law enforcement. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Lieutenant Jeremy Cox with the Grayson County Sheriff's Office, and today I'm joined by
Deputy Hoppe.
And so Deputy Hoppe is one of our drone team members, or UAV drone team members. And so thank you for being here today.
Yes, sir.
And so just kind of kicking it off here, can you tell our viewers a little bit about your law enforcement background and what brought you to be here at the Grayson County Sheriff's Office?
So I started back in 2006. I started with a smaller agency. I've worked for college agencies, coming up on 20 years of experience in law enforcement. Came here to the sheriff's office about 5 years ago. Currently, I am one of the mental health peace officers for the county. I'm also a field training officer, and I'm currently on the UAV team.
Awesome. That's a lot. So with all of that, what kind of got you interested in, I guess, law enforcement, and then more specifically law enforcement as it relates to like UAVs and drones?
So it started off with me wanting to kind of serve my community. I wanted to help people, hold people accountable for when they do things wrong. And the UAV program kind of helped me do a lot of those things. I can watch from the air to help, uh, whether it's looking for someone that's missing, helping out the SWAT or the SRT teams. There's a lot of different functions that is available through the UAV team.
Awesome. And so, how long have you been involved with the drone team or the UAV team?
Going on about a year now.
A year. Okay. All right. And any special training that you went through, or licensing or anything like that you did?
So we are required to be certified under the FAA Part 107. And then we also do some specialized training along with that. We do some joint programs with our narcotics dogs, with our canine division as well, to help with search and rescues and hunting people down.
There you go. Okay. All right. So a lot of people may not know what is the role of the UAV team here at the sheriff's office.
So we essentially assist and support, whether it is patrol, whether it is SRT, SWAT, investigations. We are the eye in the sky, the eagle, and that can mean a lot of different things, whether it is assisting with thermal imaging to be able to find people that are in wooded areas, whether they're hiding, whether they're lost. And that is very beneficial to the people that are on the ground. We also check for people that are, say, in a SRT situation. If someone is going to be attempting to sabotage us, we can see that from people that are maybe hiding around the corner of the building, or running away from them or something like that. So there's a lot of different benefits that we can do from not on the ground but looking down.
Yeah, absolutely. So, are there any specific situations that you've been involved with that where the UAV team has played a critical role in operations here at the sheriff's office?
So there are a couple of them that come to mind, and they're on both sides of the coin. We've had an Alzheimer's patient that had slipped out of his house, and he was known to leave his residence and go into pastures near ponds, things like that, that made it very difficult for people on the ground to get to. So that was one opportunity that we got to use the drone that was a success. The other one is a nighttime operation that SRT worked, where we assisted with locating heat signatures to help them find the person they were looking for.
Wow. Yeah. So especially in the dark.
Yes.
So kind of speaking on that, that kind of lends towards how drones, UAVs improve overall officer safety.
That's correct. There's a lot of different programs. Not only the ones that are in the sky, there are also first-person view ones that I believe have been talked about as far as going into buildings first instead of potentially injuring our troops that go inside these buildings, just to kind of scan the area. So there are a lot of different programs that are effectively making things safer for us.
That's awesome. Yeah. So speaking of the equipment that we use, you talk about these different types of drones. Is there any, without giving too much away, right? Is there anything that we have, some of our capabilities, I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, absolutely. So I spoke about it a little bit earlier. We do have thermal, which is very, very beneficial for nighttime usage in any of the ways that we use it. We also have a two-way speaker system where we can record messages and fly it around. If, say, someone is lost, we can use a recorded message and fly it around delivering that message in hopes that we find this person.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's obviously we have Zoom. Some of these drones can go up to 400 feet, and you have to have pretty good zoom to be able to see what you're looking for. So there's a lot of different benefits for it.
Awesome. Right. So speaking of technology, and you mentioned Zoom, right? Being able to look far away. How do you balance the mission, right, with other people's privacy?
So obviously we take that very serious. Every time that we put that drone into the air, we are putting our FAA license and our police officer license in front of us when we do that. We take that very, very seriously. We want to make sure that we're following all the state, federal regulations when it comes to FAA, as well as the constitutional rights of people. And we don't want to violate people's rights. So we definitely take that very serious.
Absolutely. So technology is advancing all the time, right? What do you think the future looks like for UAVs, drones in law enforcement? Not just here at Grayson County, but just overall.
So obviously drones have been around for a while, but the usage by law enforcement is still somewhat new. I think we've really just scratched the surface on how we can utilize these drones as a practical means to keep people safe, to keep us safe. So, I mean, it's future's bright.
Future's bright. Okay. Well, Deputy Hoppe, I really do appreciate you coming on the podcast and talking to us, Grayson County, about the UAV program that we have here at the Sheriff's Office.
I appreciate you having me.
And with that, Grayson County, as always, we'd like to thank you for joining us. And don't forget, you can always find us here on the podcast at 9 a.m. on Thursdays. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and share the podcast so others can find out about it. But most of all, Grayson County, stay safe.